Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so let's just take a little walk break. Rhythm, 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 forward. Always, every single transition has a forward thought. Beautiful. Okay, long rein for a second. So, with your skill level and the basis of this horse, I would like to challenge you and I that we do the exact same focus we did yesterday. I think you totally grasped that. Okay, that we really are teaching her, who's this compact individual, right? She tells us very clearly she's a little bit tight in her back. So are 90% of young horses in this phase of life. We're going to educate the back that I don't want to use a lot of aid. Every time she's tight, I want to use more pressure, relax my leg for a second, more pressure, relax until I feel freedom. Okay? Now for everybody, how do we determine that? That's determined by when you go to relax your leg, when you feel the horse just keeps gliding across the ground by itself, that is a free back. If you soften your leg a little bit and the horse slows down, the back is still tight. You have to release the back, but the horse just wants to keep gliding by itself. It's coasting by itself. That's a free back. When you can identify that to yourself, now you've felt a horse freely moving forward through the back. If you take your aid off a little bit and the horse slows down, the horse is on your leg too much and you are working too hard. The horse should be present to your leg, but your leg is never saying keep the trot. Okay, the horse keeps the trot or the canter by itself. Your leg is giving little reminders. You know that, April, I was just talking through that clearly, yeah? Okay, so what our task is today is to try to own, in a nice way, not a forceful way, to try to own the transitions more. Okay, from gate to gate. Within the gate is about the back, okay? We have the back. We try to own the departs. Yeah? So just go ahead, I'm going to let you just work that out yourself. With your skill level, I don't have to talk through every single detail. Yeah? But, and the big subject here is that that's like a phrase on your dashboard or in the mirror in your bathroom that you think of every day when you're going to ride your horse. It's much nicer to remind a horse than to correct a horse. Think about that. If you're correcting, you're too late. If you're reminding, you're a nice coach to a horse. Remind the back to be free. Remind her to be playful with your leg. This is lovely, by the way. Lovely. And when she moves freely forward, then we don't want to stay forward, right? Then we want to say, hey, I'm going to comfort you and come and teach you to balance you. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, and a little more forward. Gently, gradually. Tickle her there. A little bit suck back for me. Come, tickle. Quiet. Again. A little bit. Quiet. That's free. Now gradually back in balance. Just gradually. Just for your post. Yeah. We never think of bringing her back. We allow her back from her post. Good. Good. I like it. Now a little bit forward. Gently. But again. Quiet. Again. Quiet. Again. Quiet. There we are. Good. So she's clearly telling us that when she sits or when she carries, she doesn't then want to push and stretch again, right? That's still just not warmed up. That's still guarded. That's not resistant. Good. Now bring her back a little bit again. And we're just going to get that transition warmed up. Good. 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 Okay, and now go back forward again. Come. Quiet. A little bit again. Come. Quiet. A little bit again. Come. Quiet. Good. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Super. There we see her demeanor is really comfortable again. Good. And we can see when she comes back in the tempo to go forward again, she's like, oh, I don't really want to push. Oh, there you go. There's her demeanor. You feel it? Yeah, there her top line said, yes, I understand this. Yes, I'm getting more comfortable. Good. So a lot about training a horse, this is not for you, April, this is for everybody. A lot about training a horse is developing our eye for reading how the horse is. Frustrated, confused, physically challenged, confident. Learning to read horses' emotions is really, 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 really important. Good? And a little bit forward. Nice. Love it. Now I want to do trot, walk, trot. These are not defined transitions right now, okay? These are rhythmical, fluid transitions to start with. When that's the case, then we can define them more. Oh, pretty good. Reminder. She thought about it. Did you feel that? She thought about it and she says, oh, I remember what we're doing. She wanted to challenge you, and then she's like, oh, wait a minute, I'll go forward. Good. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And trot, light aid. Tell her a little bit gently. Come. Tell her again, come. Quiet. Tell her again, come. Quiet. Perfect. Better. Wait a moment. Let her feel that trot. Let's not make it obedience of stop and go and stop and go. Yeah? Let her feel her trot for a second. Come. Get her confidence. We want comfort, not discipline. Good. Yeah, let her feel her back for a minute. Yeah, let her feel we're not challenging her for a second. Let her feel good about herself. Come, little leg. Little leg. There. Good. And now start coming back. To the walk. Step, 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 and trot. A little bit light. Until you feel freedom in the back. Pretty good. You okay there? Me too. Steady right rein. Don't bend left when she does that. Okay, no bending left. Good. Nice. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to be quiet. You just go with the feeling you want to pick up the left lead canter. And remember, April, you have the right, okay? When you like the feeling, trust yourself, and she's to pick up the canter. I don't care what she does, but she's going to canter. You complete the mission. Canter. Canter, you're too nice. Like, now, you were too nice. Respect your leg, come. Now quiet. Quiet, 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 quiet. Now a little bit leg. Come, whisper. Good girl, she's forward thinking. Super. Yeah. Okay, long enough. Come back to trot. Now, we don't canter again until we have rhythm, confidence, and a happy horse. But this time, April, I want you to start being a little bit more upset. If you put leg on and she thinks more forward trot, tell her, I don't think so. This is canter. If she bucks a little bit, she bucks. You can handle it, yeah? It's to step into the canter. Now, leg. Tell her again, leg. Now, quiet. Quiet. Good. She has to learn to release her back faster. We're not telling her she's wrong. We're telling her to release her back faster. That she grasps the concept of stepping into the canter. You follow me? She slides into the canter because she's tight. Oh. And trot. Take your time. Take your time. Good. Yeah, lovely. When you're ready, a little bit of balance. Don't canter from here. A little bit of balance. Just a little bit less forward. Good. Good. And then a little bit forward. And when you're ready, just think the canter apart, and I mean step into it. Don't think slide into it. Like a little bit, come, a little bit. Yeah, good girl, pat her. Good, there you go, super. Let her feel her canter for a second. Let her feel her canter for a second. Now, a little reminder with your leg, gently, come. Good. That's it. Soften the neck a little bit, yeah. Reminder with the leg, come. Confidently going around and feeling good about herself. Let her feel her canter, super. Yeah, yeah, lovely. Okay, that's long enough. Back to trot, rhythm, elasticity, confidence. Read her. Do I have the right to do the transition? That's what I want you to be asking. Do I have a happy horse? Do I have a horse that wants to do it for me? Do I feel she's confident? That's what we're always looking for. And then we give them the task. Yeah, wait till you feel she's really ready and confident. And then you tell her the canter part is simply, if I rest my right leg on your side, step, baby. Don't slide into the canter. Like, a little bit, come. Tell her it wasn't quite good enough. Come, like. Oh, good. There you go. And trot when you're ready. Good. Canter looks good. No sense to keep cantering. She's good. Let's work on the subject. Wait a moment. Good. I want her thinking about, when is that depart coming? That's what I want her mindset thinking. When is that depart coming? A little bit of balance and then step into the canter. Come. Good. Oh. And now back to the trot. Now do me a favor. Try to feel you don't have to give her like so much room up front to canter. Just be there. Don't change anything. Don't come back with your hand. Yeah? But just be there. That she steps up into the canter in balance. If you give your hand away so much, yeah? So, perfect. That her shoulders lift, not slide forward. Good. And your hand is just receiving your leg aid to ricochet your leg aid to the balance of the horse. Yeah? If your hand just gives, it's hard to balance the shoulders. Your hand just stays there, doesn't come back. Yeah, and trot. And rhythm. Good. Don't feel you have to give to canter, okay? She has to step up in her shoulders to canter. Your leg is asking for that, but your rein is part of the equation. Rhythm. Good. When you're ready. Come, 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 come. Super. Good job. I like that. It's playful. Good. And trot. This is the subject we're working on right now, yeah? Good. Now, rising trot. Now we're going to approach it slightly different, okay? When you're ready, slow the trot just a little bit. Still to feel good. Still to feel good. Still to feel active. Still to feel comfortable. Good. 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 I like what we did, but maybe we can do a little bit better. Just be with me, okay? Good. When you're ready, sitting trot. See if her back is soft when you sit and swinging. If her back is hard, we're going to soften the back. Flowing and soft. Now bring the trot back just a little bit. Good. And when you're ready, canter. Do it. You were way too nice. You're like, oh, let's see how it goes this time. Yeah? Good. Awesome. Yeah, better. Good. And now back to trot. This time if she kicks out of your leg a little bit, she kicks out. Okay? Wait a minute. Don't do it yet. I want to talk through it thoroughly. I want you to increase your leg by about 40%. Okay? Did you really say it's a step? It's leg, and I mean it's canter. It's go. Go. Good. And a quiet leg. Now remind her with the right leg. Come, step. Yeah, when she feels the touch of her right leg, she says, active. Good. And now quiet. Good. And trot. Good. She's able in her mindset and in your ability and her ability to really pick on this. Does this make sense? Good. We're totally being fair. We're telling her, you gave too much again. Good. 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 Nice patter. Good girl. And back to trot. This time I want you to use the whip just a little bit when you use your leg. Relax. I'm talking about a little bit, okay? Not a punishment. Come, come, like, come. Good. Super. And now we're going to try something else when you're ready, okay? Good. Back to trot. This is also working a little bit. Good. I'm okay with it, but I just like to explore. I'm sorry, I'm addicted to exploring. Good. When you're ready to transition gradually to the walk in rhythm. Step, step, step through both reins. Watch you don't turn your body to the left too much. I need the outside aids. Good. Rhythm, 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 rhythm. And trot. Come. Quiet. Leg a little bit. Quiet. Stay sitting. Leg a little bit. Quiet. Beautiful. Now a little slower the trot. Gradually. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Back to the walk. Gradually. Gradually. As soon as you walk, trot. Come. Come. Quiet. 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 She's nice. Quiet. Good. Back to the walk. Gradually. And then right away, trot. Come. Good. This time when you get to the walk, canter left. Okay? Even if it's ugly. Even if it's ugly, you're going to canter left. Walk and canter. Come, come, come. Come. Touch the whip. Come, come, come. Oh, and quiet. Good. Oh. Super. Back to trot. Rhythm. Good. Sitting. Good. Watch overbending left. Careful, it's getting false on the right side. Nice. Remember, we got to have connection on the right rein for these to part. Yeah. A little slower. Good rhythm. And when you're ready, walk. And then trot with your left leg. Trot, left leg. Come. Come. And quiet. Good. Save the right leg for the canter part, okay? I want you to really pick up the trot now with the left leg. And trot. Come. Come. Good. More the inner leg to trot, okay? And the outer leg's going to be canter. We're going to try to just make things a little clearer for her. Yeah? When you're ready, really trot off the inner leg. Trot. Good. And quiet. Good. Watch when you use so much inner leg that you don't drop the outside rein and she goes crooked, okay? And trot. Left leg. Come. And patter. Good. Yeah. Good. And now softly to the walk again, and then right away trot. Connection, connection, connection. Quiet, 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 and trot. Left leg. Come. Good. Nice. This time you're going to canter with the right leg. Walk, quiet, and canter right leg. Come, step. Let's go. Come. 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 Like. Good job. Now we're going to ride the canter for a moment. A little straighter on the right rein. Need to tighten the girth? Yep. Finish this canter, then we'll get it. Straighten on the right rein. Good. There. Try not to bend left, okay? This is beautiful on the right rein right now. Bending left makes her tighter, makes her crooked. Yeah. It traps the left shoulder. Ah. Good. Now bring the canter back a little bit. Rhythm. Keep the right rein. Keep the right rein. Good. It's not a trap. It's just it's a corridor. It's a border. Yeah, it's a light border. It's a balanced border. Come, come. Canter on a little bit. right, bring her back a little bit. One number, tiny bit. Ah, not too much. Keep that canter. Make her sharp in that canter. Yeah. Yeah. Make her feel good in that canter. Don't leave it. Show her that canter. Come, show her that canter. Ride within that canter. Yeah. That a girl. That a girl. Now one number slower. Ride within that canter. Yeah. No gripping. Come, play with your aids. Good. Good. Play with your aids. Right shoulder, your right rein. Good. And out one number. Nice. Good. Okay. Back to trot. And rhythm, fluid. Good. When you're ready, ride her to the walk, and then we'll get your girth. Rhythm. All done. I can get it for you. Which side do you want tightened? So this is, you can feel this, right? This is nothing about her not wanting to do it. It's her about understanding the physical need to be able to do this, right? So you have every right, okay, to be a little clearer so you can show this to her, okay? We'll change sides and we'll go to the right. Just let her walk for a minute. That's for you to explore. I just gave you an idea to try, okay? I think, yeah, I personally use, if we had 10 riders in here that I really, really respect, there would be a variety of people who tell me, this is one of those things that's not clear, okay? There would be a variety of those people who tell me they pick up the canter with the inside leg, and there's a variety of people who tell me they pick up the canter from the outside leg. There's not a right or wrong. It's what works for you, okay? There's some people who ride flying chains with the inner leg, not the outer leg, yeah? But for me, if you pick up the canter with your outside leg, you make a flying change with your outside leg. It's the same thing. Yeah? Does that make sense? That's one of those aid sequences that has variety, and I think both make sense. It's one of those back and forth ones. I personally use, for horses' sake, of course, both legs are on for every transition, yes? But for me, picking up the trot and riding more impulsion to the trot comes from my inner leg. And my outside leg is more of a connection of balance and border and slight pressure, but it's not the motivator. And in the canter, my outside leg is the motivator and my inside leg is the balance. Good. And trot. Quick. Good. Now, how do we look for the right? If she picks up a sluggish transition from walk to trot, it's not the day to even think about going walk canter, okay? It's only when she's thinking sharp and offering to do it. And trot. Come. Little reminder, come. Little reminder. And then quiet. Free the back. Always free the back. Good. And between every transition, we get a confident horse. That the back is soft, the top line is nice. Good. 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 And back to the walk again, gradually. Stepping, stepping, stepping. And trot. Come. Come. Good. Rising for a second. Come. Good. Now start to slow the trot a little bit, but don't walk. Slow the trot. Keep that number right there. Now sit that number that she's a little bit more balanced when we sit her. Good. And now sitting. Good. Nice. Back to the walk, and then trot. Gradual, and trot. Come. So as Willie said, it's a nice term. This word seamless transitions, right? I like that. I call it harmonious, seamless. It's a nice word. So the upward transition is still not seamless yet, is it? Good. That's what our work is. Good. And trot. Good. That was a better one. Just by us being consistent, she'll start to say, oh, I got it. By our focus being clear. Yeah. We're no longer going to allow this horse to be satisfied about just picking up a gait. Yeah. It's now time for transitions. Good. And we can't be muddy about that term to ourselves as trainers. There's picking up a gait, and then there's really the clear transition of a gait. Good. And trot. Up. Good. Now put the whip on the outside. Good. We're doing one more trot transition. Walk to trot with the whip on the outside. Good. And trot. Not bad. You agree? Awesome. Awesome. That was great. And this time we'll do the walk to canter. Walk. Don't run over Karen. Trot, because it's not a good place to do it. Trot. Come. That could scare Karen's horse, right? Because you don't know how that depart would have been, right? And that could have been a horse really going fast at Karen. That could scare a 3-year-old. Yeah, good. Okay, when you're ready, pick up Karen. Yeah, perfect. Love it. Good play. Never rushing it. Good. Always a good plan. Good. And Karen. Do it. Do it. Good. Quiet. Do it again. Like, come. Quiet. 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 A little bit of leg. Come. Yeah. Until a little bit of leg says, yes, you bet, April. I'm free. Good. Oh, and trot. Super. Watch over bending to the right. This is the stiffer side. Good. Good. Nice. Back to walk. And then I want you to trot. Inside leg, trot. Test her. Good. She has to learn to easily pick up the trot from the walk for the permission to try to pick up the canter. Good. And trot. Up. And quiet. Good. Good. One more trot because you have Karen right in front of you. Good. Pick up the trot. Good. Up. Trot. Walk. And then canter. Good. And canter. Canter. Don't wait too long. You're over prepared. Come, like. Good. Pat her. Good girl. Ah, super. Now soften the top line. Good. Now the energy's great. Now just let her feel that and relax the top line a little bit. Yeah. Relax the top line. A little reminder. Exact. April. Super. Watch. You don't bend right. Nice. Let her have the full arena for a second. Just canter. Let her feel good about herself. She doesn't think, my God, this guy just drills transitions at me. But let her go around. Let her feel herself for a minute. Good. Keep reminding. A little balance. When she's freely moving forward, maybe I can bring her back just a little bit. You never want to bring a horse back when they're tight. You won't get much success ever bringing a horse back that is tight. Because a horse then cannot use their body. Lovely. And out a little bit. Great. Good. And when you're ready, bring her back a little bit again. Rhythm, 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 balance. Catch it, ride it. Don't panic. Ride that. Don't go more forward. Show her that canter. Good. Show her that canter. Right within that. Right within that. Super. Out. Nice. Good. Pat her. Back to trot. That's long enough in canter. Very good. Just trot. And now we're going to try a transition from the trot. Good. Prepare. Balance. And then canter. When you're ready. Rhythm, not rushing. Good. Come. When you ask for it, really do it, okay? No, you're perfect. You're great. You're great. I'm just reminding you. Yeah. There's no more running in the trot into the canter. It's step up into the canter. Whip. Tuck, tuck. Good. And one more time when you're ready. Back to trot. Take your time, and I do want you to use gently the whip with your leg. The whip about 5%, your leg 80%. Good. Nice. Big pat. Did you feel that one? Yeah. Awesome. Good. And trot. Really good. Do you feel her demeanor? She's not frustrated. Yeah? Now let her relax a minute. Rising trot, let her stretch a little bit. Don't chase her. Good. Communicate with your leg. Don't work with your leg. Good, lovely. Just communicate with your leg. Little reminder with the leg, and then nothing. And quiet. She coasts along without. Good. Good. She's with your leg. She knows that your leg presence, but your leg is not squeezing to maintain the gait. Good. Good. And this is for everybody else, not me, not you, April. If your leg is squeezing to keep the gait, okay, then on an older horse, when you want to ask for shoulder in or lengthening or canter depart, you've already detuned part of the sensitivity of your leg. Yeah. Think about 0% of pressure to 100% of pressure. If you already have 60% of your leg pressure to keep the gait you're in, there's only 40% left to communicate something different. But if you have 5% or 10% of your leg on, there's 90% when you give a signal. The horse is focused on the pressure. So the more you're squeezing to keep a gait, the less you have to communicate something different. And our leg is the axis of communication to the horse. Good. Just let her relax, really good. Now tease her because she's a very handy horse. But go a little bit slower in the post. Rhythm, over the back, just simple, just easy. She worked hard, now she gets to relax her back a little bit. But now a little bit forward. Ignore that. Just ride consistent. Ignore her little this and that. Yeah, that's her little opinion. We don't want to have a tit for tat. We don't want to have a little nag. Yeah, horses have their own opinion. You just ride consistent. But nice. And if she would continue doing that with her contact, yeah, I would change direction more often and give her something else to think about. Not to tell her to stop doing this, I would give her something else to think about, because then the pressure points change. Does that make sense? The balance of the horse and the pressure points completely change. Good. And that's what she was avoiding a little bit, was the pressure points. She's like, I'm sick of this bit today. Maybe, that's her opinion. I'm just reading that. Yeah, no big deal. She's 3, her teeth are changing. Good. Good. Super attitude today. You agree? Really, really nice. I'm very proud of her that she didn't get negative. She let us really train her. Good. And because she is small and she is handy, yeah, I think you can teach her walk canter. Because, and I'll talk about that in a second after she walks. Good. So when you're ready, back up into a frame. Now it's a commitment of the trot again. And then we walk from good balance. I don't like to do a lot of walk transitions when she's stretching it on the forehand. Very nice. Beautiful. She offered that one. Really good. Really, really good. Super. Any questions? Well, exactly. So, for me, the general principle with the whip, and again, every principle has mediation by what makes sense to a horse, okay? For me, I would like to never use the whip for a forward idea. Leg is forward, okay? However, when you're in a concept right now where you feel you need a lot of leg, in that moment of the depart, right? The louder we squeeze with our leg because we don't want to use the whip, the more she's actually tightening her back. Does that make sense? So if you can then use the whip as an extension of your seated leg, yes? That I said, 5% comes from the whip, 80% here. So it's just a little bit of a freshening of your leg aid. Yeah? To sensitize that moment. Just for that stage that she learns. And I wanted to talk about that for a second. So if we look at transitions for the horse, what's the benefit the horse gets from transitions? Because transitions are the key to the future. Want to train a Grand Prix horse? Transitions. So this is not a rule. All the things I've said these days are Scott's view. That's it. Nothing else. That's Scott's view. Yeah. I believe that transitions, trot, walk, trot, canter, trot, canter, create swing and elasticity and looseness. They loosen the body. Okay? This horse had trouble to rebalance herself. You follow me? She's in the trot, yeah. And her version of cantering is like, okay, I got to go forward to do it, yeah. She doesn't think lift and canter. So when you skip a gait, so when you do trot, halt, trot, or canter, walk, canter, those are more quicker balance shifts for horses. They shift the balance faster. They make the aids a bit more sensitive and sharper. Okay? And in a ride really should include both, not in a 3-year-old. But an older horse, a ride should include both. It should have suppleness and swing transitions, and it should have rebalancing transitions, and refreshing a little bit the crispness to the aids. Okay? So I thought, why should we just keep drilling this horse about a concept she's not quite understanding? And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, April's skilled. The horse is okay. She's not going to get frustrated. She's small. She's handy. Maybe if I teach her to shift her balance faster from walk to canter, she'll get the concept better from the trot. This was my thinking. Yeah. Trying to work for her. Yeah. So again, this is what we look at an individual and training a horse, and we look at this skilled rider, and we say, what can this rider and this horse kind of handle? And we explore a little bit. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's fun. Yeah. Super job. Yeah. Questions?